Hey guys, it's Mr.Storro. Hope you guys are having a great day. Gonna be doing a drawing lesson on shadows today. So we're gonna be doing some cast shadows. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna find something that you want to draw, all right? And you're gonna draw just the shadow of it. You're gonna draw a line at the top of your paper, almost at the top, and you're only gonna draw the very bottom of the object, okay? And then what's going to happen, it's kind of cool because then you can draw what's missing in the drawing with the shadow. Okay, so find an object. Now the other thing is you can do too is you can find anything, and if you want to do this, you can take in an object and you could actually put it in the window and you could put the object there, trace it, and then trace the shadow if you want to. Okay, and that could be a way to do it too. So you could find an object, maybe again, this was just hanging around in my studio. It's kind of really cool. I don't know if you can really see it or not, but inside that cat, I think I bought this in Hungary, is actually another cat. It's a really small little cat, so it's a really delicate carving, and I really liked it. It's amazing some of the things you can buy that craftsmen make. I have a lot of these little trinkets in my art studio. So, so you're going to draw a shadow. So again, just the upper part of the object, and the part down here is going to be black with no background. Now it doesn't have to have a background. I could have put a color in there. So that was one example. This is another one that I did of a tree. So if you look at the top of it, this is like the part that you would see the landscape part and the sky and the green. And then this is, imagine that it's casting the shadow onto a paved road. All right, so that would be the cast shadow. I actually put a chicken on top of it. You can see there. So this is what I want you to do is, again, draw your line, do bottom part of your drawing, and then sketch the rest of it on the bottom. It's kind of a fun exercise, and it doesn't have to be color, just a little part at the top, and then you can do that. So the other thing is too, is if you wanted to do, I did all my shadows directly below the object. Imagine the sun was on the back part of the object blowing this way. If you wanted to, you could do your shadows at an angle. I didn't do an example like that. You could. You could do it. I didn't do it. So maybe I'll do that next, okay? And I have one more example for you too, is you can see I did, it's an excavator, a shadow. All you can see is part of the track over here. The rest of the excavator is above the top of that, and this is just the shadow of the excavator, and there's a little guy, and then the puff of the smoke. I don't know that you would see the smoke in the shadow, but I put it anyways because I just thought it was kind of cool. And then I took some crayons and I kind of like scumbled them across so it looked like dirt. All right, so this is your assignment. So I would say grades 4 and up could do this. If you want to challenge lower grades, you can do it too. It's entirely up to you. So once you see this video, I would watch the whole thing entirely before you start, and then you can have at it and give it a shot. And then show me your art. I'd love to see what you've made. So let me take a piece of paper and we'll put it up over here. And I'll show you kind of what I mean. I'm going to do just a quick sketch to show you how to start. So always watch the video, and if for any time while I'm drawing, and if you want to do the same thing as me, just pause it if I'm drawing too fast so that you can enjoy doing the video. I mean, sometimes it's hard to keep up, or you may draw slow. I mean, I tend to draw really fast. I wish I could draw a little bit slower, but I don't. I draw fast. So the top part is going to be the part that's going to get color. So I'm going to draw a line. It's going to be my baseline where my object's going to sit. Okay? And I'm going to just draw something that looks like this. And maybe something that looks like that. And then I'll draw another one on the other side. What is it? Do you know what it is? Okay, let's see. And then I'm going to draw one. This one, you'll probably be able to figure out this one. Okay, now that part of the section out there, that small section, is the only part that you're going to add color to, okay? And the bottom part down here is the part that you're not going to add color to. This is where you're going to do the black outline part. So I'm drawing with marker, but I would suggest using a pencil, okay? So from here, for my shadows to be kind of accurate, I'm going to start by drawing the shape of my, what I have in mind. Oh, I bet you can guess what that is now. It's an apple, okay? And then on this one over here, now I'm going to tell you that I'm drawing upside down. It may be easier for you to turn your paper around and then draw what you want. Again, you could also take an object and put it there and trace it if you wanted to and make some objects. You can make some really cool drawings with just the shadows and overlapping. Okay? Again, these shadows are casting both down. My light direction is going this way. I do have some directional light, and I will put that on in a second, and I'll show you. Lighting is very important for an artist. Okay. Apple. Okay. I'll make a glass. Again, what's kind of cool with this is I can make some lines, and you're not going to see them later on because I'm going to take a black marker and hide them. So until I'm happy with the symmetry part of it, I'm not worried about it. Okay, so that part's pretty much done. So now I would come in with my marker and I would outline these. Now if you don't have a black marker, you can use a crayon. That's what I did. Now you see that line is not symmetrical, so I'm going to make it till I'm kind of happy, and that looks better there. All right. You see the shadow starts right where the bottom of the object is. And I don't have to worry about putting any details in this. Now what's really cool, and it's kind of advanced, is if you take a glass and you put it under the light, like a light like this, a shadow. I'm sure you've seen a glass. The shadow won't be solid black. It'll be clear. So that's a little bit more of an advanced exercise. You could try that. And then you just come in with your Sharpie. I have a really thick Sharpie. We use these at school. I buy these at home too. I like these because I have options of thin and thick. Now when using a marker, it's very important to try to make smooth lines. I don't scribble color with markers, okay? I like to make nice smooth lines, like I'm painting with spray paint. And I overlap and go slow because I think it looks neater. And I always try to do neat work. Keep my hands neat, my table neat, all my things nice and organized so I can find them. Okay, there's my glass, and I'll do the same thing with my apple. So this is your assignment. give it a shot. Try to find something that you like to do. Again, you can take a an object, make a cast shadow, C-A-S-T. All right, make a cast shadow, because that's really it's you know, believe it or not, it's really important when you're doing a drawing, because if you're making a painting, a drawing, and you just don't put any effort into the shadows, and you just throw in a bunch of black, and you don't actually work on the shapes of your shadows, it can actually ruin your artwork. So everything needs to be taken into consideration when you're making something, because, you know, when you're looking at something, you're trying to figure out what the story is. And if you see something that doesn't look right, first thing you're going to do is going to say, hey, something's wrong. Now, something I could add to this, as you can see, I don't have to add a lot of details. I can keep it kind of simple. I don't need to go, all right? Maybe this flower, only one petal's hanging on there. The rest are kind of falling off. Okay, so there's my drawing. And again, this would be my colored part, and the bottom would just be black. Okay, now I wanted to show you quickly a directional light source, because light is very important when drawing a picture. So I'm going to plug a few things here, and I turn my directional light off, and then I'm going to turn off my overhead light, and you can see that changed everything. Ooh, see, I have a gargoyle here. All right, now this was given to me as a gift. Hope that wire wasn't in the picture the whole way, but it was. Okay, it doesn't matter anyway. So you can see by the gargoyle on the side over here, it creates a shadow. It makes it more interesting. Also, if I place the gargoyle on the paper, it makes it cast shadow. My board is tilt, so you can see the directional cast. You can see the shadow of the object. So that could be a very interesting drawing in itself. All right, let me grab something else. I have these other little figures that I bought here. I think I picked these up in Jamaica. All right, these little figures. All right, you can see this tiny little figurine of this lady carrying a basket on her head. And again, it makes a really interesting cast shadow if you put it right at the right angle. Okay, so that's what we're doing. So if you want to give it a shot, I'd like to see your drawings. You can go on the website if you have any questions. Hope you're being safe, you're being kind, and you're learning something new. Don't be afraid to pick up a book and do some reading. If you have any questions about the assignment, just send them to the school, and I'll get back to you shortly. All right, guys, take care, and have a good day.